Hello everyone, this is Jack Frost with your daily update for the Ethereum Technicals and Solana. For the Ethereum Technicals, price has continued to find resistance at 2720, moving away for the very short term after this last low at 2400, price overall increasing. Volume supporting downwards movement with the strongest volume on the bearish candlesticks and a very sharp push on this last low just here. This push from volume may suggest that the low could be sustained for the short to mid-term, though we will have to wait for price to continue for confidence in that. Additionally, a push on some bullish candlesticks sees a bit of strength for upwards movement. ADX continues to increase with an extreme bearish trend. RSI neutral and overall increasing after entering oversold where price previously found support at its last low at 2400. Money flow also neutral and increasing, having failed to really enter oversold as RSI did. Neither RSI or money flow exhibit any divergence, and both have a bit of room to move before they may enter oversold and quite a bit of room before they may enter overbought. ETH steadily increasing as price has declined for the short to mid term, giving a bearish outlook for volatility. And as this trend indicated by ADX is extreme, it may end at some point soon, though it could still continue to where ADX reaches very extreme, RSI enters oversold again, money flow enters oversold, and both RSI and money flow may exhibit some divergence. Though as I have mentioned in previous videos, particularly the one labeled RSI and ADX in Ethereum, it is possible that this trend could end soon, where RSI has entered oversold, is now neutral, and the trend indicated by ADX is now extreme, as is a recurring pattern. Additionally, with the push from volume, it is possible that the bearish trend ends at some point soon, though as previously mentioned, we will have to wait for confirmation. Overall, the trend indicated by ADX does expect price to continue lower. On the daily chart for Solana, this wave count sees primary wave 4 complete and primary wave 5 and the end of cycle wave 3 now overall to move upwards. After this last low with primary wave 4, price has found resistance at the upper edge of this Elliott channel. The Elliott channel drawn around the intermediate degree movements from the beginning of intermediate wave W to the end of intermediate wave X, with a copy on the end of intermediate wave W. A full break above this channel with a full green candlestick above and not touching would add confidence to this wave count, though as price does continue lower for a deeper correction within primary wave 5 at this time frame, any second wave corrective movement within primary wave 5 cannot move below its star at 111.4255. On the daily alternate chart for Solana, price has overall declined for minute wave 3 within minor wave C, intermediate wave Y, and the end of primary wave 4. This wave count expecting primary wave 4 to continue lower, with a target range calculated between 84 and 95, which gives a range for where minor wave C and the end of intermediate wave Y may be labeled complete. 84.7439 is the 1.618 logarithmic Fibonacci ratio for intermediate wave W, which is the target for intermediate wave Y, and above that 95.3167 is the 1.618 logarithmic Fibonacci ratio for minor wave A, which is the target for minor wave C. This gives a broad idea for where these waves may be labeled complete. As primary wave 4 continues lower, it cannot move into primary wave 1 price territory at 26.4105, and if minute wave 2 within minor wave C continues any higher, it may find resistance at the upper edge of this best fit channel, though if it continues above that, it cannot move above the start of minute wave 1 at 193.6182. On the technical daily chart for Solana, price has increased after this last low, finding support around 118, the very short term finding resistance at 157, now declining. Volume supports upwards movement with the strongest volume on the bullish candlesticks, and a push on this most recent bullish candlestick sees additional support for upwards movement, though it is still overall lower volume at this point. ADX continues to increase with a bearish trend that is not yet extreme and not in danger of ending. RSI neutral and declining, getting a little bit closer to oversold, though it does still have some room to move. Money flow also neutral and declining with a bit more room than RSI before it may enter oversold. ATR has steadily increased as price has declined for the short to mid term, declining as price moves overall sideways at this point, giving a bearish outlook for volatility. And as this trend indicated by ADX is not yet extreme and not in danger of ending, it does expect price to continue lower, which supports the alternate Elliott wave count at this time frame. That's all for me with your daily update for Solana and the Ethereum Technicals. If you want the Ethereum Elliott Wave count, as always, you can sign up for that using the link in the description below at pureelliottwave.com. Thank you, and I hope everyone has a good weekend.